cars rolling off turn number 4. Zach Buchanan and Dylan Schwalberg were on the front row for today's race. Tim Smith starting 3rd, Charles Sanford starting 4th, Tristan Wilhoy starting 5th, Dylan Young 6th, Gardner 7th, McIntyre 8th, and 9th was Collar and 10th was Gilmore. Green flag was out. Here at Riki 2014, Zach Buchanan got onto a great start right there. I managed to pull off Levi McIntyre, did not get the best of starts. He basically formed a little bit of a breakaway from the top 6. Actually, well, top 5, but 6th place was just about right there. Interesting how the start went so far. Joey Murphy, Dylan Young, both were using Penzo Platinum schemes. Be interesting there. Austin Mongold running in his 2nd race of the season with issues again, sadly. Johnny Gardner falling to the back due to some issues there. And James McLeod, who was making his debut, he was experiencing issues. In trouble, Wilhoit in the 6th. Slide back up and right into Seagal, and he goes upside down. Oh, and there goes Seth Mongold, and it's James McLeod making his debut. Johnny Gardner using the brakes to slow down there. And whoa, Lyndon Wright had to hit the wall. He's running the Destiny 4 Taurus, but he's having a lot of latency issues in this race, and it, caused a lot of problems there. And Tristan Wilhoit was smoking in the 6th, and his day not starting off to a good start there. Let's take a look at what happened. Hey, watch Wilhoit. He said he had a lot of problem with his force feedback right there, and the car just instantly shoots loose, so he tries to overcorrect it, and well, what happens with a loose car, you can't save it. Wilhoit, you could tell, was trying to slow down, but when you're on the grass, especially with any type of racing, the car will not slow down. However, he slowed it down to relatively pretty well speed, but just he really couldn't do anything about it once it came back out on track, and was just hoping that no one would run into him. Unfortunately, though, Theo Seagal would be the innocent bystander, plowing right into the 6th right there. Both Wilhoit and Theo Seagal went upside down. Dylan Bote managing to miss the wreck. Seth Cole lost control of the car to avoid it, hit the wall, nearly hit the black and yellow striped wall right there, and James McLeod got involved right there. Austin Mongold, after all the cars are bouncing around, he would get involved in the little bit of air right there. That black and yellow wall is just absolute death when it comes onto this track, so no room for error, and Johnny Gardner being the wise person there to use the brakes and not really get involved. But early troubles for Wilhoit right there. Leading to the stripe at the time was Zach Buchanan to get back to the green. Actually, let's see if we have pit stops first. There was an incident before. No, that was Gilmore. His force feedback failed, and he hits the wall. And now he's got heavy front-end damage, does the 11 Toyota, and Bote just spun out. Problems for some of the guys with the wheels with force feedback. The Rudd Chevrolet and the 11 Toyota there for Gilmore, both with issues. And now let's see if we have pit stops. Here we go. Zach Buchanan with the fake pit right there. And some drivers are staying out, so some strategy taking place. Dylan Schwallenberg, Dylan Young leading them down the pit road. Zach Buchanan, Joshua Collard, Austin Plant stayed out. And Smith coming down pit road. Levi McIntyre, Spencer Gilmore, Charles Samper. Luis Hernandez was filling in for Corey Williams in this race. James McLeod. There's Joey Murphy, Austin Mongold. And then there's Poteet, Seth Cole, Lyndon Wright, all coming up pit road. Wilhoit's still on his way. And the first car you see that's out there, that's Theo Seagal. He made an earlier pit stop, though. And Tim Smith is going to beat Dylan Young off pit road. And then followed by Dylan Schwallenberg. Then it's going to be Levi McIntyre who's going to beat Charles Samper. And, actually, Luis Hernandez beat Samper as to McLeod, barely over the 03. Wilhoit finally made it to his pit stall. Car's not smoking anymore, so it may get back out on track. And then Poteet's going to be out Murphy. A very slow pit stop for Joey Murphy in the 22. There's Mongold. There's Lyndon Wright in the Ford Taurus. Nice scheme, by the way. 6 making pit stop. There's Seth Cole. So after all that, let's take you back to green. Green would be back out on lap 6 of 32. And Buchanan got to a good start. Joshua Collard would hold on for the 2nd position. Now they would be doing double foul right now, but some people were experiencing some latency issues, which eventually James McLeod would be the next victim right there. Him, Seth Cole, Johnny Gardner Right there's a crash. The Gall. There's Will. He got a little piece, not too much, and another caution right there. And McLeod, he said that the issue is getting worse for him in the 51. So the NRSL had told him to, in case anything else happens, just follow the very back. People with very bad issues were McLeod and Mongol. They were experiencing some heavy issues. This race, Will Hoyt managed to avoid a wreck right there, which is a good thing. And at the line, LaPlante and Schmallenberg had hit the wall. They had managed to keep their car together, so that was a good thing right there. Zach Buchanan lead yet again. Let's see if we have any more takers on pit road. So pit road, Zach Buchanan's not going to be a taker. That's not made a pit stop yet. But some drivers, as Will Hoyt's going to be the free pass right there. McIntyre, Sanford, Cote, Gilmore, Mongold. Whoa, close call right there. Seth Cole and Diaz DeGaulle. A close call to not hit the pit wall there. That would have been extremely bad for Mongol, but he decides to fake pit. McLeod's coming up pit road, and there's Will Hoyt. Will Hoyt, we're hearing word that he is going to be coming up pit road eventually on that free pass. So Buchanan is the leader. Let's see back to green. The green flag will be back out on lap 10 of 32, and the NRSL decided to say, hey, let's do single file. We're having a little bit of issues, not too much, but just to be on the safe side. And that we don't go double file and get wreck after wreck. And there you see there, Enzo Platinum cars, the Penske teammates of Dylan Young and Joey Murphy. Murphy, I believe this is his first start. I believe it was his first or second. I can't remember. I think it's his second start. But nonetheless, though, he's working together with them. Close call right there between the 43 and 94 there. And Buchanan running that high line. LaPlante, our points leader, who's been the points leader ever since race 1. He's been having a very stellar season so far. Leading at the stripe was Buchanan, and finally a brand new leader would lead this race, and it would be Austin LaPlante. Finally break away the Buchanan leader deal, and whoa, there goes Tim Smith! Joshua Collard at the two-car incident, and oh, and there goes Stegall, and now they're calling it a caution. They had to double check right there, but oh, McLeod and Will Hoyt wrecked. What happened to them? We'll take a look eventually at what happened, but leading at the stripe, though, it looks like it is going to be... Ooh, close battle right there, but they are going to give it to Austin LaPlante. Or no, oh yeah, barely. Oh, Schwallenberg hit that wall right there, and he holds the car together. What a terrific save despite that damage. Let's go take a look at what happened to Will Hoyt and McLeod. Well, both guys were having issues. And that was no surprise. McLeod with internet issues. Will Hoyt had a little trouble just how the racing was, especially with the wheel. And it really wasn't, or excuse me, with the keyboard. McLeod, now he slides on the apron. He has it saved. And then McLeod's going to come back out on track. He's got a loose car. He goes into Will Hoyt. Will Hoyt hits the wall, who goes back into McLeod. The 51 and the 6 both spin. 51 almost flips over right here. Keeps the car on 4 wheels. So it's the 51 branded Chevrolet right there. Both cars take a smack to the outside wall right there. Johnny Gardner's going to get by relatively well. But you keep an eye on them. There's more that meets the eye. Will Hoyt and McLeod, you take a look at what happens. As McLeod is trying to get his car back together, he is going through the grass and trying to turn right, but it's not really helping one bit. Will Hoyt, on the other hand, just trying to keep his car together. And we're going to fast forward just a tad bit. They get into each other, and they're just having major issues. Both cars struggling, just trying to get the cars back together. And eventually, after they pass through that death wall right there, they managed to get the cars all fixed up and, you know, no problems at least for now. So let's go see for more pit stops. So, more pit stops taking place. We're slow for some apparent reason. My bad. Dylan Young, Dylan Schwallenberg will be the leaders coming up pit road. McIntyre, Poteet, Mongold, Seth Cole, Joshua Collard, Theo Stegall, Tristan Willhoit. There was a car blinking. I believe that was Gilmore. Yes, it was. And James McLeod. Johnny Gardner would get the free pass. Car staying out would be LaPlante, Buchanan, Williams, Murphy, Sanford, and Smith. And coming off of pit road first is Levi McIntyre out of all people. And oh, Willhoit kind of blocked Young right there. Schwallenberg, then Poteet, And then Young did not get going because Mongold actually had beat him. But then Mongold said he had a black flag due to speeding on pit road. So the 2 got around the 29, and the 13, and the 43, and then the car still on pit road right now is Will Hoyt. Seagal coming out pit road. There's McLeod, the plant leader still right now. Green flag would be back out in lap 15 of 32, getting closer to the halfway point. A wreck best race as of now, and it's been one of those races there. LaPlante, though, the best thing he could have ever done was get around the 4, because that 4 car had been dominating throughout this race. And look at Luis, though, filling in for Corey Williams in the 88 in that 3rd position right now, trying to get around that 4 for 2nd. Corey said he wouldn't be able to make it, so Luis, a good friend of Corey, said, hey, I'll fill in for you there. And who knows, maybe I'll get a victory. Now the 88 running in that 3rd position. Look at Tim Smith, Alan, after that spin, now trying to take that 3rd position. He wasn't too happy about that incident that was there, so he wanted to really get that anger motivation to get himself up toward the front. Still hanging in the 4th position. Look at this battle right here. That's Sanford right there in the 5th position. 6 Murphy. And then you got Schwallenberg, McIntyre, and Poteet. Young is lucky. Didn't get going with the pack, I guess. There's Collard, Seth Cole, Theo Seagal. Right now, is Austin the Plant continuing to lead right now. Having such a good race. Seeing McLeod with big issues right there in that 51, which has not been surprised right there. Poteet trying to use that highline to get around Tim Smith in the 31 right there, and he managed to make it work right there. Good job right there. Whoa, 03 is Sanford getting a little wiggle right there, but he managed to hang on to his car. You'd say about the Vanilla Coke Mitsubishi Lancer right there. Levi McIntyre. Young's caught up into the pack. Trying to use the outside lane as the 2. And oh, there goes the 2 with the 99. The 2 slides, and it's the pit wall, and that day is over for the Blue Deuce. McIntyre sliding on the grass. And I believe, did they call a caution for that? I don't think they did. Nope, no caution. They kept it green. And Dylan knew he fucked up bad. They kept it green, however, after all that. And look who has cracked the top 10 after all that. Theo Seagal. Out of all people, in the 14. There he is, in the 10th position. Obviously, he was having such a frustrating race, but hey, getting the top 10 run would be huge for him. Also, LaPlante continue to lead. It's the Hendrick 1-2 right now, with LaPlante in the lead and Corey in, well, Luis filled in for Corey in the 2nd position. And now they're trying to get around LaPlante via the high line, with Luis trying to take the lead as Corey trying to do it. 88, the Nationwide Chevrolet is going to do it, leads at the line. Brand new leader, ironic enough, 10 laps Buchanan led, 9 laps Austin LaPlante. Now Luis taking the lead. Oh, and there's a wreck. That's Will and Johnny Gardner. Oh, Gardner's going to get in time below the apron. Tim Smith. That was a close call. Man, that boy's been having some close calls with running into people as late, and half the time were not even his fault, but man, that was a good close call by the 31. That's just good reflexes right there. That just shows you what Tim Smith can do racing in these cars. They're catching up to James McLeod in the 51. They told the 51, the NRSL guys told the 51 to, hey, when the leaders come, move up high. Actually, but they're going to call the caution right there because of that. So, Luis is the leader. Now, let's go take a look again with that incident that didn't bring out the caution and the incident that did. We're showing you from McIntyre's view, but you can see the Blue Deuce right behind. He just had a hell of a run, but he tried to go 3 wide, just forced it a little too rough right there. Slid, gets into the 99, and then that 2 car just instantly tries to pull a save. Young was just trying to overcorrect it, and, well, that did not work at all. Slides, and the last thing he wanted to see was him going to the pit wall, and unfortunately, that was the first place he hit. Bam! Right into the pit wall driver's side. That's an impact right there, and that 2 car is done toast. Took too much of an impact, and that car's done. Also, Lyndon Wright had called out of the race, by the way. He retired due to all the issues that were going on in the 81. Now let's go take a look at right out the caution. We want to keep it in full motion for a reason. Johnny Gardner and Tristan Wilhoit. Now these guys are 2 guys that are learning right there. Too close into Wilhoit. Wilhoit makes a terrific save though. However, the 33 is just battling just a terrible car, and then gets run over by the 6 of Wilhoit. Cars are going to slide down. Now Wilhoit's going to be the wise one there. Use the apron because he knows the leaders are coming. Johnny Gardner's trying to dive below the apron. Almost getting hit right there by Tim Smith. That was the close call right there, but good move by the 33 to just get out of the way at all means necessary, but almost causing a wreck on the leaders. That would have really angered someone right there, but 88's the leader. Stops going on here again. 88 making a pit stop right there, which is going to be key here. And some of these guys have not pitted at all, like the 4 hadn't pit, the 31, 48. Those are drivers who had not pitted yet. Some drivers are staying out after all this, and I believe Joey Murphy's going to be the first one off of pit road. Nice run by the 22 right there. Then it's LaPlante, then Collard, Buchanan, Gilmore, Luis, and then Tim Smith. A very slow stop by the 88 right there. That's not good right there. Poteet, Lever, McIntyre, they're coming up pit road. Schwalmer is the leader right now. Green flag would be back up with less than 10 laps to go on lap 24 at 32 after all the incidents taking place. 16 cars remain out on track. No one is a lap down after all the crazy details that had happened. And I believe Johnny Gardner may have called quits. Actually, he's 5 laps down in the 18th position. Let me see. Is he out of the race? I think he is, though. And yes, he is out of it. Now Joey Murphy, out of nowhere, is going to take the lead as the 22 Pennzoil Platinum. He knew his teammate wrecked out, so he had to redeem his teammate right there. A brand new leader, finally. Dylan Schwallenberg would be credited for leading the most laps. Whoa, good save there by the 03. A little wiggly right there. A little wriggly. Awesome LaPlante in that 3rd spot there, trying to get around Schwallenberg. The Chevy duo trying to hunt down the Ford. Chevys are 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Then you got that lone Mitsubishi Lancer in that 6th position. And then 7th and 8th are Chevys, Ford in 9th, and a Ford in the 10th position. There's the next Chevy after that. Sutcliffe in 11th, trying to battle with that car in that Kraft Mac and Cheese Chevrolet. Joey Murphy, though, having a great race so far tonight. Didn't qualify as well, and really didn't have the best of runs until the later race. Of his pit stop strategy really played out well. And look at how close racing they are at right now. 88 and the 48 are right now very close in points, and one slip up by them could really mean a lot. So, Schwallenberg tagged the wall a little bit. The 4 kind of had nowhere to go. The 88 got turned with the 31 there. Turn with a good save. Poteet's going to go around. There's a caution. Luis Hernandez there. Who's going to tag the wall right there. And that apron is just being too much for the 88, but now we'll get the car back together. Oh, Mongol just wrecked. 29 car. Oh, look out. Poteet just tried to avoid, and and Wilhoit's going to get involved. Into the wall goes the 6 Avocare Ford. I almost just said Fastenal. And Wilhoit with more issues going on in the 6. He is smoking again, and I think this time it is over for him. The leader right now is Joey Murphy. Let's think what happened to Mongol. Remember that there? Mongol just tried to get around McIntyre. He lost the car. Goes into Collard, and then obviously his connection is just not being the best right there. He's driving around backwards. Just trying to do what he can. And then coming on by, that's still in Poteet. He's just slow. And then he's trying to avoid the 29. He just, he couldn't get around him. Wilhoit's going full speed. Goes into the 29, just getting into him. Hits the wall. And, yeah, safe to say Wilhoit was done for the night. The green flag would be back on lap 33-2. I made a mistake. Will Hoyt actually continued, I believe. No, he didn't. Okay, he was out of it. After all what's happened. So 3 laps to go. They said the point of no return is in effect. If you wreck, well, you're SOL. So, gotta make it count. And how about Levi McIntyre in the 5th position? Well, he restarted in the 4th position there, but fell back to 5th. Give credit to the 99. He has not been having the best of seasons, not best of runs, and look what's happened. Now he's trying to get around Joshua Collard for the 4th position again. But man, this guy's having just a good run. This is what he needs. 2 laps to go. Joey Murphy leading. Oh, and there goes Collard into the wall. Going into Smith. And of course going into Theo Segal. And he goes around. And the point of no return being in effect right there. Gilmore avoiding the wreck. And wow. While they're wrecking up there. It was a tough break for some people like Theo Segal and all others. But now coming to the stripe, whoa, Murphy. A little bit of a blink right there. More like a lot. But coming to the white flag, turn number 4, Joey Murphy, Dylan Schwallenberg, Zach Buchanan, your leaders, are top 3 right now. White flag is waving for the Pennzoil Platinum Ford. Can Ford get their first victory of the season? The first 3 races have been a Chevy winning race and a Chevy dominating. There's not been a lot of Fords or Toyotas throughout this entire field. Down the backstretch, Joey Murphy looking like trying to end it. Zach Buchanan working with the 94. He knows he can't win it. Look at Luis going for 3rd for Corey. How about that there? But coming up the final turn, Dylan Schwallenberg, can he get anything for the 22? No, he's not. Joey Murphy in the 22 is going to bring Ford to victory lane for the first time this season as they do the celebratory wrecking. And holy crap is death. Levi McIntyre wound up 7th there. Good night for him right there. Poti ended up 6th after all that. And there goes the full retard. And holy crap, that was awesome. 4 is on top of the pit wall there. That was pretty cool. After all that, Joey Murphy in the 22 is victorious for tonight's race. The Pennzoil Platinum 4 bringing Penske their first win of the season, and Ford their first win of the season as well. Joey Murphy, guys, he is your tonight's winner, and we will see you guys later. If you like to be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts, subscribe, be part of the NRSL. If you want to join this league and all that, please be sure to contact me or Charles Sanford on FB or Skype, and we will give you details and all that. Till then, we will see you guys later. Race number 5, which will be at Talladega under the lights. Till then, goodbye, everybody.